Hello there, fellow cultists. This is DM Nell, and I'm back with another Shadow Talk. This one is episode 148, and today we're going to be creating a Shadow of the Weird Wizard Priest. The priest is the novice tier spellcaster that is focusing on divine magic, and so we're going to see what it takes to create one of those here. Before we do that, let's check out the newest and latest and greatest from Schwab Entertainment. And there's not much this week, unfortunately. We have Cthulhu Ate My Baby. So this is a mission for Punk Apocalyptic. And let's just see what it says here. The religions of the before times suffered a few setbacks after the Great Fuckening. Surprised? They certainly were, considering that nearly all of them believed that their faith made them the sole proprietors of the truth. And if you handed over your shekels and emptied your head of questions, you were guaranteed a spot on the express train to paradise. Well, it turns out that Marx wasn't wrong when he said that religion was the opiate of the masses. When the diseases began to spread and cut down millions like threshers in a wheat field, and the environment collapsed and global temperature skyrocketed and the wealthiest assholes withdrew to their megalopolis, who was left holding their junk and nothing else? All those poor bastards who had faith. Faith in the system, faith in their God, faith in the country, in their political party, faith in Kid Rock, and their hate for Bud Light, and most importantly, in their chances at winning the Mega Millions. All of it turned out to be one giant delusional suckfest. Other than the despair and death, they got a whole lot of nothing for their steadfast faith. Sad. Is Satan real? The Mercs discovered that maybe there was something after all to that old-time religion. In an even more rotten corner of an already rotten world, the dead rise. A preacher man holds revivals in a tent, and folks come from all around for a chance at salvation. Could it be? Could the old gods from the before times actually be real and returning to save us all? Keep reading to find out. Okay, so that sounds to me like the intro to the last mission, which is Satan is Real. So I don't know if that is actually the Cthulhu Ate My Baby. So let's see what it says over here. Satan is real. Mercs discover there's something. Yeah, that's what it says. Okay. So let's take a look at Cthulhu Ate My Baby. That didn't look like I've downloaded it from my library. So let me do that real quick here. Drive through RPG. Come on. See, I'm thinking that they haven't updated the that blurb there. So, all right. Now we got my library up and Cthulhu Ate My Baby. So let's download this bad boy. And see what we got. All right, Cthulhu Ate My Baby. Cthulhu. He never gets old, literally. He's been around for millions and millions and millions of years, yet his prehensile tentacles remain as supple and sinuous as ever. His bile green hide, just as scaly and rubbery as if it was when he gobbled down the first people worshipping him, as they swayed to the dulcet sounds of mad piping from beyond the edge of the universe or some such shit. Cthulhu and Punk Apocalyptic? Huh? What weird sorcery is this? All the cool kids keep beating on this drum, so why not me? Don't fight it. Resistance is futile. Accept and be absorbed. La la. Cthulhu Fatang. Yeah, this is going to be great. I hope you run this mission as part of the Tales of Fire and Blood, or whatever I've called it, You don't have to. I'm not the boss of you. We're both happy about that. All right, so that's the actual intro to Cthulhu Ate My Baby, which is the punk apocalyptic mission for master characters. This is a high level one. So there you go. All right, so that was that. All right, so anyway, that's the only newest thing we have here. Let's see how much can you buy this thing for at Drive-Thru RPG? Well, if my computer were running at its normal speed, I would tell you. But apparently it is not. Okay, here we go. It is $1.99. $1.99. You can't even buy a Happy Meal for $1.99 anymore. All right. So anyway, there you go. Cthulhu Ate My Baby. All right, so that's the only new offering from Schwab Entertainment for this episode. So let's jump into the main topic, shall we? The main the main topic is creating a priest. So we've done the fighter, we've done the rogue, and we've done the wizard, but we haven't done the priest. So let's jump on that, shall we? All right, so the first thing we need to do is determine their level. They're going to be level 1. Already have a name. You named him Enoch, and his catchphrase is going to be, High One be praised. All right, so that is level. Ancestry, as I mentioned before, we're doing nothing but humans for this exercise. So human it is, and the human has one trait. They have a size 1 and speed 5, so we can get that in there. Speed 5, size 1. Okay. And ancestry traits. I guess we can grab the whole thing. Cut above. Why is it why is the strikeout in there? I don't know. I didn't do that. Let's see. There we go. Maybe I did do that. Okay, cut above. Darn it. A cut above. Darn it. A cut above. There we go. Copy. Oh, it's going to be one of those videos where it's going to just drag. All right, here we go. Cut above. So we've read this in a few of the other videos, so I don't think I'm going to do that again. I can do the formatting later. So what else do we need for our novice tier? We need profession. So I believe we will choose a religious profession, and we need to roll for it. So let me see if I can find a D20 around here somewhere. Yep, here we go, D20. All right. Yes, I did just drop a die on the floor. At least it wasn't my D20. All right, here we go. 6. A 6. What do we get for 6? Cultist. You belong to a small religion that operated on the fringes of your community. Your cult might have had good intentions or could honor some monstrous power. You have a symbol or badge of your faith. Okay, that doesn't really work for what I want. I wanted this guy to be a high 1 priest. So we're going to cheat, and we're not going to roll again. We're just going to pick one. So Acolyte, you studied to become a priest of the High One and spent your time pursuing holy texts. You have an acolyte's uniform. You know Archaic in addition to your other languages. All right, sounds good to me. Let's get that on the character sheet. Profession. All right. So what else do we need? We need equipment. All right. So for equipment, we have clothing, weapons, gear. Start off with that. Come on. Yeah, this is not cool. Not cool, computer. All right. So weapons, clothing, gear. All right, so that includes backpack, water skin, provisions, 5 torches, and tinderbox. So all the gear is in the backpack, which makes 1 item. All right, we don't have a strength score yet, so we don't know how much he can carry, but we know that all those things are 1 item because they're in the backpack. Okay, so let's see what else we need. We need bonus equipment. So do we need brigandine armor, shield, and club? Maybe. Leather armor, shield, and longsword. It's got potential. Leather armor, short bow with a quiver of 20 arrows. Nah. Padded armor, quarterstaff, 2 blank books, writing kit, and 3 poultices. And last one is leather armor, short sword, sling with a bag of 20 bullets, lockpicks. All right, I think we're going to go with brigandine armor, shield, and club. Okay, let's get that on the character sheet. If this will speed up, we can get this done sometime this year. Okay, so let's temporarily put this equipment over here, and then I'm going to type in brigandine armor. Or more. Shield. And then under weapons, I'll put club. And then I'm also going to put dagger. Okay, so that should be good for the equipment. So what do we need next? I don't want to do appearance. I don't want to do all the identity stuff. Piety. Let's see what it says for piety. So that's 3d6. Alright, that's 3, that's 9, that is 12. So 12, you believe in the gods and offer prayers to all of them. Nah, I don't want to do that. No, my guy is pretty devout to the High One. So I'm going to cheat again and just say that he believes in the High One and he thinks all the other gods are phonies. I don't think that's an option. Well, that last one sounds good. We'll grab it. Alright, so this is my piety. Respect my piety. Okay, and we already have the god, so we don't need to do that. Alright. So, what else do we need to have a character? I believe we need a path. So, let's check out the novice paths. Alright, so we're going to be a priest, a sworn servant of one or more gods. Alright, so priests are said to get their powers from their gods. But they still choose traditions and talents like any other class, spellcasting class does, a wizard. So, let's jump over here to the priest novice path. The gods chose you to represent them in the world, to be their champion, agent, and speaker for all their interests. You call upon the magical energies from your divine patrons to cast spells and imbue strikes with power. You can serve one god, many different gods, or no god at all, instead representing the spiritual belief or system of ethics. See Major Gods of the Borderlands, page 25. Okay, so as a starting attribute score package, I think we're going to go with, I definitely want a goodwill. Also like to be decent in strength, I think. So I think I'm going to go with 12, 9, 10, 12. 12, 9, 10, 12. So let's just get that on our character sheet. 12, 9, 10, 12. Whoops. Okay, and I believe cut above means that we can add one to two different attributes. So will become 13 and strength will become 13. All right, so our priest is as strong as he is wise. And next we have the first level priests have 9 natural defense and a health of 14. So 9 natural defense. Let's put that over here. 9. And then what was the other thing? The other thing was health of 14. So health of 14 goes into normal and current. All right, so next up we have languages, common and one other language. So let's go over here. All right, so for languages, we'll put archaic, common, and one other language. What should that other language be? I don't know. Let's just put one other language, and then we can figure that out later. And what else we have? We have 2 traditions. We also have prayer and holy symbol as our talents. All right. So 2 traditions. And then for our novice path talents, we have prayer and holy symbol. All right, prayer. You can use a reaction when you or a creature within 5 yards of you makes an attribute roll to speak aloud a prayer that grants 1 boon to the roll. After you use this talent, you lose access to it. And then the second one is holy symbol. You have a symbol of your faith, spiritual beliefs, or ethical system. If you choose to fashion, or if you lose the symbol, you can fashion a new one after you rest. The symbol has a number of charges equal to your level. Once per round, you can spend 1 charge from the symbol each time you use it to invoke one of the following effects. You replenish expended charges after you rest. Well, did I miss the effects? Totally missed the effects. All right, so let's copy those 2. Holy Smite, Holy Healing, and Holy Denunciation. Don't want to be denunciated. All right, so let's get this here. All right, got them. Okay, so I'll fix all the formatting later. So we have our novice paths, but now we need our traditions. Let's see. So I think we need to go back to table of contents, get us to the magic section, and we can pick our 2 traditions. All right, so Priest of the High One is probably going to have the tradition of Yep. Okay, so I think we're going to go with order sounds about right. And I don't know where the healing tradition is. Okay, well, that is interesting. So there's no healing tradition per se. It's probably under one of the other traditions, hidden away. And I don't know. I just don't know. Okay, invocation, calling upon the gods for aid. That sounds good. All right, so order and invocation are our two invocation and order. All right, so we have invocation and we have order. All right, we have our two traditions. Now, how many spells do I actually get? I did not see that. All right, so where are we? Traditions, spells. Here we go. Spells. Okay, it actually does not say how many spells I get. That is rather interesting. Okay, so my assumption then is I get one spell per tradition. So let's go take a look at them. So back to the drawing board. Back to the, yeah, here we go. Magic. And let's jump to invocation. Probably should have gotten it straight from the index, but oh well. Table of contents, that is. Okay, here we go. Invocation. All right, so I get to pick a talent. So let's see what talent I get. Battle Blessing. You can use an action or reaction when you get a failure on an attack roll to invoke aid from your god. From 1 minute, you and each ally within 5 yards of your rolls to attack with one boon. Within 5 yards of you, rolls to attack with one boon and becomes immune to the frightened affliction. You can use this talent once. Okay, that sounds pretty good actually. Divine Favor. You can use a reaction when you make a luck roll to make the luck roll with one boon. And then Grant Sanctuary. You can use an action to target one creature you can see within 10 yards for 1 minute. Enemies must choose the target for their attacks and harmful effects from anyone other than the target of this talent. And then Holy Fire. Use an action to call down a column of fire to incinerate. Oh, we've got to have that. I mean, that just makes all kinds of sense for a god of the high one. Okay, so here's my invocation talent. And then got to pick a spell. Got to pick a novice spell. All right, so we have divine. Whoops. We have divine aid. Supernatural forces lend aid to the target. It heals. Excuse me. It heals 3d6 damage if the target is weakened. It ends the affliction. Okay, that actually sounds kind of good. Divine intervention. And an angelic figure briefly appears between the ally and the source of harm. Reduce the damage the target takes to 0. That sounds pretty good too. Genuflection. Each target calls or falls prone and makes a will roll. On a failure, the target takes 3d6 damage. If the target becomes injured by this damage, it becomes frightened of you. Luck ends. Sanctified weapon, sacred light, and then shield of righteousness. All right. I personally think shield of righteousness sounds pretty good, but I think I'm going to have to go with divine aid. All right, so I will put that in the character sheet. Novice, divine aid. All right, and then for order, let's go to the order invocation. Okay, so we have a talent I can pick from here as well. So I have Fading Dream, Interpret Dreams, Lethargic Wave, or Lucid Dreaming. Yeah, I'm not sure. When you're attacked, you can use a reaction to become invisible until the start of your next turn. You can perform a ritual to interpret another's dreams. You can use an action to inflict a creature with intense fatigue. Lucid dreaming. You can perform a ritual to place yourself in a restful sleep. When you finish, you fall prone and sleep for 1 hour. The effect ends early if you are harmed. If you sleep the whole time, you heal. 4d6 damage, and you make intellect and will rolls with 1 boon for 24 hours. Once you use this talent, you lose access to it again until after you rest. Okay, that actually sounds to be the best option, so I'm going to grab that. Plop it here in my character sheet. And then pick my spell. All right, so novice for order. Oops. Okay, so we have Daydream, Dream Visitation, Frighten, Imaginary Friend, Lullaby, Mind Bondage. Okay. Imaginary Friend. Interesting. Frighten, Dream Visitation, and Daydream. Tough choice, tough choice. I think I'm going to go... I think I'm going to go with Lullaby. Alright, so character sheet, Novice, Lullaby. There's a Lullaby. 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 Alright, Lullaby. Okay, so I think I have my priest. So I've got my traditions and spells. I've got my equipment. I've got my weapons and armor, but I haven't, gotten the defense and the all that stuff in there. So my defense is going to be whatever it says on the equipment list. So let's get back to that. So he has Brigandine armor, which I believe grants. I believe that grants 11, maybe 13. I forget. Okay, Brigandine, 13 or +1. So we'll go with the 13. All right, so defense of 13. There's no bonus damage. Don't need any of that. Got a club. We have a dagger. Okay, I think I've got it all. So that is our priest Enoch. High one be praised. So, yeah. All right, so that concludes this little mini series of character creations. Not a whole lot of variety here. Didn't go with any crazy choices. Didn't choose a different ancestry. just went with human for all of them. So if I do this again, I'll probably vary it up a little bit. But again, my main purpose here is to use these characters to do kind of a walkthrough, which is what I intend to do for my next video. So hopefully that'll work out. So at any rate, I want to thank you all for watching again. Hail the Demon Lord and all that jazz. And I'll catch you on the next time. How do I turn this damn thing off?